Beijing is one of those cities that I feel I know because its incredible history and traditions have always been fixed in my imagination. But like the rest of China, it's always moving forward and fast. So to understand what it's like nowadays, I need to find the perfect guide.
Action. I've got to keep down because I'm being a bit naughty, because I've been invited here to Beijing by one of the most famous movie stars in the whole of China, if not the world. And there she is, yeah, Zhang Ziyi. And she's going to tell me about Beijing, and also I'm going to get a part in one of her films, or this film. Is my part up? Is it my part yet? Am I on?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
You have to wait.
I'll be over here waiting. I'll be over here.
I've got an exclusive invitation to the Beijing studio set of Zhang Ziyi's latest film, My Lucky Star. And I'm going to make the most of my access and try and get Xi's guide to Beijing, as well as getting a juicy part for myself.
Yeah? It's crazy, huh?
Coming through. Here we are. I've turned up at the oldest film studios in Beijing. That's the entrance. What's happening here is all the extras who want to be in the movies all hover outside the main gates, hoping that like, a producer will come out and go, I need you in my movies. It's a tough job, but luckily I've already got a part. Actor coming through. Straight through, thank you. That way. Oh, there's so many movie sets. I'm looking for My Lucky Star. That's the film I might be in.
I've arrived just in time, because after a frantic shooting schedule all over Asia, the unit has only got 3 days to finish the whole film. I just hope that Xi's got enough time for me. Is that your guard dog? What's his name?
Pinky. He likes it.
What, does he like your costume? What's this for?
I think so.
That's fantastic, man.
He was so excited to see me.
What is this for?
My pajamas.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's not one of the mad fantasy scenes, then, when you go in a dream.
She just woke up and she had a fantastic dream.
What was the dream?
With her loved one. And she had her kiss.
Ooh.
This series, her job is a ticket seller in a travel agency.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's her job. But in her real life, she's a comic book
illustrator or
yes.
drawer. That's you. That's your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay.
she's a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Really?
Green. She loves.
How do you get that? I mean, how do you get into that creativity?
She has a lot of crazy imagination.
Yeah. Is it nice playing a sort of more modern role?
Feeling different. I don't need to fly.
Yes. You haven't got no strings on you.
I don't need to kick butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just. I think it's more like me.
I couldn't believe how friendly and down-to-earth she was. It seemed like the perfect time to push me luck. I'm going to get a part in this film, yeah?
For you?
I think so, yeah. The script's about that big for me.
Right, see, this big.
What should I do to...
Our script's this big, ours.
Is it? Yeah, that's my... Cool off you, cool off you.
He's not happy.
No, it's because
he wants to get a part.
You must be right old kung fu woman, yeah? If we're chatting, I attack you at any time. Can you block me?
Of course.
Yeah, so if we're talking, oh, yeah, no, I loved your movie. But I can strike at any time. Where were you? Yeah. See, just testing, yeah? Actually, you must be quite strong, no?
1, 2, go.
Xi's arms must be insured for millions and millions. And all I was thinking is like, oh, Ian, don't break it, don't break it.
No, don't play. Come on, for real.
All right, you ready? That's the little tail, do you see what I mean? What? Yeah, all right, you win that round. Well, the megastar was friendly enough, But to get the kind of access that I was looking for, there's only one rule. You've got to become best buddies with the director. My Lucky Star is a Chinese language production, but its director is straight out of Hollywood.
Is it, what is this? Is one big film set, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Beijing Film Academy. It's kind of a tourist attraction.
But
too.
this is the oldest studio in Beijing, is it?
Yeah, this is the Ealing studio.
Yeah. So what are you filming in this bit then? What's happening?
It's Sophie's apartment. You want to come take a peek?
Yeah. God, yeah.
Come on, take a peek. We'll show you. This is Sophie's apartment.
Oh, right.
And this room has a lot of character.
Yeah, no, it's a beauty.
For child.
Denny's crew was a mixture of American and Chinese, and it seemed to be working like clockwork.
First American woman to do, like, a film here in China. How good is that? And what's weird is she don't speak any of the language, so it's in Chinese, so the head must be all over the place with the crew and everything. How exciting is that? And here we are, me on the set.
It was fascinating to see it all come together.
Yeah, it is my home.
But it was looking like I'd have to bide my time before getting some inside tips on what to do in Beijing. As the superstar retreated into a private suite, I made my move on Denny.
I mean, this is all right. I'm not complaining, you know, but what would you recommend now I'm here in Beijing to eat?
Well, I think Beijing, you have to have Peking Duck.
Of course.
It's the #1 thing.
Yeah.
The way they prepare it, it's a show. The way they slice it, and you make your pancake with the skin and the hoisin sauce and the cucumber or the scallion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, throw it away.
Just leaving it here.
Oh, yes. Are you towards the end of it now?
We have 3 days left.
Oh, have you? Is there a little part for me? Is it too late, or is it? I've been hovering around like a sad man, trying to like butter up to the stars. That must be.
I actually think there'd be a really good moment for you in the travel agency.
Is there? Okay,
Yeah.
that's where she works, isn't
Yeah,
it?
she works at the travel agency. I think I could use you.
Okay.
I think I could use you.
After lunch, I went straight for the jugular, into Jiyi's makeup room to try and secure my part in the film and get some tips about Beijing.
Oh, you have perfect face.
Oh, you're such a liar, man. You're worse than me. Usually I'm like 4 hours in makeup.
a week.
Look at that. So, Z, when I'm in Beijing, where should I go?
First thing, you should go
Beautiful.
foot massage center.
A foot massage centre?
Foot massage, yes.
Okay, what does that... Does that relax me? And
Yes,
is that just-
yes. You know, 2 girls at the same time
Yeah?
give you a foot massage.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like the sound of
You
that.
will enjoy it. Another thing I really want you to do
Well,
is to get a earwag treatment. They have special tools
Right, okay,
to
yeah.
clean your ear.
that doesn't
Have
sound
you
right.
ever had
No, I
one?
haven't. What comes out, I'm going to bring to you to show, yeah?
I
Would
have
you
no
like
idea.
that?
Maybe
Whatever's inside here,
Yes.
yeah, inside here,
Yeah, for
you'll
how many
find
years?
out, yeah? What happens when you get to my age, and you'll experience this, you get big hairs growing out of your ear. I'm sorry, it's the truth. You have to learn the truth. Z-E.
I see you later.
Home truths, yeah. Right, so what was that? I got to get manicure, got to get foot massage, and my ears syringed with wax or something.
I still wanted to get some more Beijing tips from Ji, but being a superstar means that there's always someone on hand to take care of her every desire. I was introduced to Ji's acting pal, Telly Lou.
Oh, right. OK, so you're an actor.
Yes.
So you can teach me how to act or go to classes
Teach you
or
some
something.
Chinese.
He has to earn this part, so make it hard for him.
Right.
OK.
Yeah.
Don't make it easy
We need to
on
prep
him.
him for a role in here.
There might be a part.
Scare me
And
on
don't
that one.
forget about the
book.
old book.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
See you later.
Okay, very quickly.
I'd made friends with the biggest movie star in China, hung out with a Hollywood director, and even got an invitation to come back the next day. Result. I'm in Beijing on one of the most exciting invites ever. I've got access to the set of Zhang Ziyi's latest movie, My Lucky Star. Between takes, I was hoping to get the movie star's tips on what to do while I was here, but secretly, I was more excited about getting a part in the movie. It was my second day at the old Beijing film studios, where the crew were already setting up a snowy winter street scene and waiting for instructions from the Hollywood director, Denny Gordon.
It's a shame I can't even help with her lines. It's all in Chinese.
My favorite mate. My favorite new mate. Where you been? I had all kinds of questions this morning on how to direct this scene, and you weren't here to help.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Like true actors, we had a lay-in, yeah? So tell me about this scene, what we're doing, what we're doing.
In this scene, it's actually kind of visual effects-y. Z is walking along on the phone, but this is her neighborhood.
Isn't that mad that all that effort just for that one scene, all the snow and that is brilliant, isn't it? It's all about the detail.
Exactly,
Yeah.
every little detail.
Well, what a fantastic thing to do. Who you listening? Oh, you decided to turn up, did ya?
Xi was on set and the final touches were being applied. It was great to see the whole crew working like a well-oiled machine.
Everything looks good, just don't forget the bicycle, yeah? She's on her own, she's a little isolated out there. Thank you. I think they get the message, yeah? Anyway, this is day 2 on the set. It's brilliant. It's early morning. It's about 8. It's freezing. It looks even colder because there's tons of snow in the alleyway, and it looks absolutely fantastic. But it makes you feel cold.
As well as the glamour, there's always loads of sitting around, planning and discussing. Director, star and writer were in a huddle, all shaping the next scene. When the boss gave the word, everybody jumped and went for it.
Oh!
It was only then that I thought of all the extra problems Denny was facing by working in China.
What intrigues me is the fact that you don't speak much Chinese, but the film's in Chinese, so how the hell does that work? How can you understand a word anyone's saying?
Well, a lot of what we're doing is really, it's comedy, action, romance.
Right,
I think that's
okay.
an international language. I had done a fair amount of work and travel in China before.
Yeah.
But to be able to be working alongside her, I think I died and went to heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
Leaving them hard at work on the set, and with Xi's actor friend Telly Lu as my guide, I headed off to discover Beijing.
See, that's the advantage of being short.
Telly said that our first stop should be one of the coolest parts of the city.
Telly, thanks for taking me on board. I appreciate it.
My
but
pleasure.
What can you do? How can you help me?
Well, Ziyi has asked me to show you around Beijing.
Yeah.
Some of the more traditional sights to see, and then also show you a bit about modern Beijing. So I think restaurants, tea houses, hutong areas.
Okay.
So Ziyi said she was going to help you out. You think you're going to get a role?
Yeah.
You think you got an opportunity in that?
With your help.
I could try to put together a little acting class for you. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Sounds like a plan?
That was my acting.
Uh-oh.
798 was the old industrial zone of Beijing, which was squatted by artists 20 years ago. It's now the hottest spot for shows and galleries which have drawn the world's attention to cutting-edge Chinese art.
That's my favourite.
Telly's pal David has been a mover and shaker in the Beijing art world for years, and he is one of the first to settle in 798.
So, Dave, tell me a little bit about this place. What was the building before you came here?
Right, so all of 798 was an electronics factory, and it was designed by the East German Bauhaus School of Architects. When I came in here, it was still an operating factory on both sides of me.
Wow.
8 o'clock in the morning, I would be woken up by the sounds of machines starting up.
Was the train still operating at that time?
Yeah, in the wintertime, that's what would bring in the coal
Right.
to heat the entire area.
What have you done to it? Have you changed it a lot, or have you kept some of the original?
The value was in keeping the place. That if you tear it down and build the same kind of building that you see in Detroit or London or Paris, you start losing the unique flavor of the city. So when I made any kind of addition, I wanted to keep true to the original spirit of the place.
David's loft is its own self-contained world. It's a gallery, a home, an office, all in one. It's got a few surprises too.
Fantastic, though. I love this round glass. It's like a James Bond complex that you live in.
Have this covered.
Oh, that is outrageous. It really is James Bond. Look at that. Oh.
It needs recharging.
The loft, like the rest of the art district, is a lovely slice of old Beijing, reinvented with imagination and passion. And in a culture known for relentless modernisation, it's good to see the old Houghton district protected and thriving.
Come on, stop hogging the road.
Me and Telly took a couple of old bikes and picked our way through the maze of back streets. Gliding around without the dangers of cars and lorries is the perfect way to explore the winding lanes, which actually haven't changed for centuries. This is one of the last intact Houghton districts in the city, and it's a permanent reminder of the older, gentler ways of life.
I tell you what, I love the Houghton areas, man, especially on the bikes, because I thought it was all going to be like little building sites, hardly anyone there, all crumbling, almost like smelly and dirty, but the way they've done them up, fantastic.
Brilliant, isn't it?
And all I've seen of Beijing is like tower blocks and huge, shiny buildings. It's so good, those areas are still there.
Get a feel of what old Beijing used to be like.
Yeah, oh, it's good. Hey, especially on this, bit saddle sore, though. Oh, man.
Being crazy about bikes, I could have cycled all day through the twists and turns of the old district, but there was a sudden interruption.
I'm from Z.
What you got?
It says down here, it's supposed to be a nice dumpling place.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know it?
I think it's down that way.
Let's do it.
I've always loved Chinese food, and I wanted to try my hand at one of the most traditional and eternal specialities, the dumpling. Ji got me and Telly a chance to try our dumpling making skills at one of the city's most famous restaurants in Sanlitun village. We joined the afternoon shift, but when I saw that room full of the expert dumpling makers, I realised that the best way for me to learn was to dive in.
The way that they're doing it is restaurant style.
Yeah.
The way that I learned it was more like home style.
I'm more of a dumpling eater than a dumpling maker.
I don't know if we can get a job doing this.
There we are, look, this is like the staple diet of an actor when you're on set. That's why Z sent me out here to learn the way of the dumpling, because what they need after a hard day on the set is you need to get your energy up, so you need some nice food that will do that, and you can't go wrong with a dumpling. Look at that. Look, that's my best one. Leave it there. Yeah, it's good? She hates it. Oh. Can I have my dumplings back, please?
See, these are the ones I made, and those are the ones Ian made. Look at that.
They look like they've come from an experimental lab, but they're going to taste... Oh, look at that! They haven't crumbled. I thought they were going to disintegrate and all the insides would be everywhere.
Oh, look at that.
Here we go.
My misshapen dumplings were very tasty, but I think I'll leave it to the experts in future. I was still right in there with Zhang Ziyi on the set of My Lucky Star. But me and her pal Telly Lou still had loads more to tick off from a list of tips and tasks to do in Beijing. I was on the set of Zhang Ziyi's latest movie, trying to get myself a juicy part, as well as getting some movie star tips on what to do in Beijing. Ji still had about 50 scenes to shoot, so she asked her actor pal, Telly Lu, to take me under his wing. My new friend, Telly Lu, is a hot young actor whose most recent role is alongside Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu in the kung fu blockbuster, The Man with the Iron Fists. So of course I had to take him on.
You were supposed to go left. I was supposed to go right.
Your right is my left, though.
Oh.
Is it bleeding? I remembered Denny's advice about Peking Duck, and Telly said that he knew the perfect spot in the centre of the city. The buzz is very different from the last time I was here. Among all the new plazas and shopping opportunities, Beijing's love of the old traditions is still alive.
Look at that. That is fantastic. So, wow, this is the famous Peking duck, then?
People from all over the world, when they come to Beijing, the one dish that they must have, it is to die for.
So how would this be cooked?
They cook it in a clay oven for about an hour. You just let the fat slowly cook itself. So, I mean, if you look at the duck right now, he's just getting the skin. They train on their knife skills, so there's no meat on the skin.
Yeah. Lovely. Well, I'm cutting all the meat off that the so-called specialist has missed. Look at that.
Chopping action. There you go.
There you go.
Good leg, man.
Thanks.
This is how not to eat Chinese Peking duck.
Yeah, this is how not to cut it as well.
Right. All right, so we take the strap. So the secret is you don't want to overfill it, even though I know you're going to be tempted to do that.
It's like oil.
Wrap it up like that. Then you just dig in. What do you think?
It's lovely. That's got it all. Hats off to Denny for recommending this place, because this is one of the best Peking ducks.
Cheers to that.
I couldn't face another bike ride after all that duck, so we took the newest, fastest way across town, the subway.
It's mad out there on the roads. I'm glad we're taking the subway.
You get 2 tickets, 10 kwai. Come on. I got breakfast.
Woohoo!
What do you think about the subway system in Beijing compared to UK or other countries?
I love it. It's so modern, clean. I wouldn't want to be here in rush hour, don't get me wrong, but the best thing is the price. Getting around town, big cities are so expensive and such a pain. This is so cheap, it's lovely. But Beijing being Beijing, you go from the ultra-modern to the traditional in a blink of an eye. There are still hidden gems dotted all over the city, which preserve the time-honoured traditions of taking tea. It feels like a museum when you walk in. You immediately start to relax in the soft light, surrounded by cabinets full of rare teas from all over the country.
So this is a Chinese tea ceremony. What she's doing right now is what they call warming the cups.
And this has been going on for centuries and centuries, yeah?
Yeah.
In the same way, almost.
I would say, yeah, for thousands of years. And then now she shows us the tea, and this is
It's like a boxing match.
Yeah. She just poured some hot water on the tea, and that basically opens the tea, makes it fragrant. But we don't drink this.
Oh, don't we?
Yeah, the first one is essentially used for cleaning, and for the tea itself, it starts releasing the aromas.
It's a bit more serious than throwing in the tea bag, splash of milk and 5 sugars.
She has poured the second one, and this would be the one that we drink.
Right.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
Cheers. God, that's nice.
Where's the milk and sugar?
Milk and sugar?
Yeah.
English tea, big mug, that big. Milk, sugar.
My mind was calm as the tea was taking its effect. But suddenly I remembered Xi's request. She wanted me to search the city for something that she remembered from when she was a little kid.
Traditional Chinese comic book. One book, one story.
We headed back to the cool graphic design shop that I'd spotted in the art district.
That's frightening.
They seemed like the people who'd know all about cult comic books.
有没有那个小人书？看家人。Okay, 谢谢。It's like an antique market.
Okay.
Yeah, she says we can find it over there.
Panji-1 Antique Market is one of the must-see spots in the city. You can't exactly guarantee the authenticity of every single piece of pottery and jade, but it's full of little bits and pieces that always catches the shopper's eye. And right in the middle, I was lucky enough to find just what Xi wanted. One of them old comic books.
Here we go. I've been resorted to T-boy now. But if you're going to make it in the movies, yeah, you've got to start at the lowest job, and this is it. But this is like fuels them for the whole day for the director and the actress, yeah?
Back at the old Beijing film studios, I wanted to show my face just to remind Xi and Denny that I was still available for a part in their movie.
Bad breath. I was going to say something too, yeah.
Yeah, close them up.
Here she comes. I tell you what amazes me is how much access I've had on this film, you know. Top director, the most famous actress in the whole of China. And there's me, look. Even while they're filming, I'm mincing around, this, that and the other. No one cares. It's incredible.
I've been on other movie sets in the past, but I haven't seen anything as spontaneous as the way that they were developing the latest scene. Someone had the idea to end the scene with a snowball thrown at Xi's face. Of course, I volunteered straight away, but in the end, they gave it to the production designer. I don't think they trusted me.
Are you going to be all right with that?
I'll
right
be
in your
fine.
face like that.
The snowball throwing scene was not something to be taken lightly, especially when the recipient's face is insured for millions and millions. It has to be precise and it has to be rehearsed. There's no room for error.
Okay, ready? And action.
Look closely and you'll see my boldest bid for the part.
That guy there. What's he doing?
Who's the young man?
Yeah, I know. Keep it in a blur, please.
I know it was only rehearsal,
Focus, don't focus.
but I was desperate to make my mark. I was enjoying spending time zipping around with telly, because in Beijing, there is a new experience around every corner. I was in Beijing, invited by Chinese superstar Zhang Ziyi, who's given me her Beijing to-do list. And with her film about to wrap, hadn't got much time left to get it all done. On the set, they were prepping the scene and running through their lines. Even though it was all looking relaxed, I thought it was best to leave them, so I headed off to the city to try and hook up with my guide and pal, Telly Lou. Telly was speeding through the CBD, en route to a location he said was vital for all movie stars.
Telly's on his motorbike. I thought I'd better get levered up and join him, you know, so I'm in the sidecar. Yeah. You know, when I, booked up this tour of Beijing by sidecar motorbike, it seemed like a really good idea at the time, yeah? And then, of course, the heavens opened up, and I'm sitting in the back getting soaked. I've been in London!
My driver was a mad Frenchman who's been taking adventurous travellers around the city for years. It was great fun in the sidecar, but you definitely need to bring some wet weather gear. Those Chinese bikes, they don't have first-class cabin, but I love them.
Saying that it's still the best way to get around the city. Look at this, look. Oh, my hat!
When Ji said that I should get a foot massage, I was starting to think just how great life is being a movie star. Lots of lounging around and being pampered.
This is the place that Z recommended, and I'm shocked of how huge this place is. I mean, there's so many rooms. It's massive.
Imagine this when it's minus 15 outside, and you come in here, it warms your whole body.
I'm down in London, Oxford Street, Christmas time, 4 hours Christmas shopping, on your feet, side street, Chinese foot massage. You make a killing.
They don't have that.
No, they don't.
Look at that. Your foot looks like a dumpling.
My feet are tingling like I've got pins and needles.
Isn't it great?
But it was definitely the calm before the storm, because a shiver ran down my spine for my next treatment.
Well, I'm only suffering this because Z said that I've got to get my ears de-waxed, because it's important for an actor when on set to listen to the director and the lead actress. But I hate anyone touching, sticking things in my ears. It's like dragging half my brain out, man. That is disgusting, even if I say so myself. I still don't want... Wait, don't occupy me, you're finished here.
As the sun set on another Beijing day, I felt like having a bit of space, so I found the perfect spot, lay down and let my mind drift away. Oh, this is Beijing. You can't lie down for long. There's just too much to get on with.
So this is the Beijing Playhouse.
Yes.
You know, whip you into shape.
I understood Telly loud and clear when he said that I should get some rehearsals in if I was going to get a role in Xi's movie. And down at the Beijing Playhouse, there was plenty of thespian action on amateur night. Yeah, there's a big part, so...
I brought you here to the Playhouse.
Yeah?
And I think we're going to start with some simple exercises. So I'm going to go ahead and name an animal, and I want you to act it. First reaction. Dragon. Horse.
Horse?
Cock. Chicken.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm so glad we're doing this, because what I love about it is Denny and Xi don't know, but I overheard them talking, and they were saying that I've got quite a big role, quite a big speaking part, and it's like Xi's boss in a travel agent, which is going to be perfect for me to do that. So it's that, you know, it's so vital that I learn a few Chinese words, because it's a Chinese language film. Teddy launched me into Mandarin and said that it could get me a long way in this business. What I need.
Very good. Say it as if your heart is being pulled out of your chest.
What I need!
Okay, let's try another word. I hate you. Okay. 我恨你.
And of course, as it's my favourite kind of theatre, Amdram, there's plenty of big characters and plenty of big performances. Time to jump in at the deep end.
That's good. He looks at her with adoring eyes.
But Z senses it. He walks past. She finally gathers the courage to profess her love to him. Well, Aini, I love you. He turns around and he says, 你爱我? 你爱我? 对, 你爱我? She falls to her knees. She grabs his leg. And he says, 我恨你. 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 Sounds Scottish. Surprise.
What do you think? Is he going to get the part?
Probably not.
I've done most of what Ji has told me to do in Beijing, but I still don't know if it guarantees me a part in her movie.
And action.
Dragon.
With my acting training and Beijing tasks done, I hope there's enough time for me to get a part in Zhang Zi's latest rom-com. I'd been invited to Beijing by movie star Zhang Zi, and as it was the last day of filming, the crew had been at it since well before dawn.
Okay, this is it. This is the big one. It's my last day, and it's their last day of filming, and I've managed to get myself a huge role in the film. Yeah, but am I ready? I've done my acting classes. I've been all the way around Beijing getting inspiration. I've done my manicure. I've done makeup. Am I ready, Telly?
Come on, you were born ready. You gotta have confidence, all right?
Right, okay,
Confidence.
come on.
Remember, no brown-nosing the director,
Okay.
no brown-nosing the starlet, and just a little bit of that, all right? You ready?
Yeah, let's
All right,
do
let's
it.
do
Come
this.
on, let's go and fight. It's all about them little details.
It's all
man.
about confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, one more time. Here we go.
I tell you what, there's a different atmosphere today because it is the last day. Everything's all a bit tense and they're not even sure if they're going to cram it in and time's getting really tight. And it's so bad, it might not be time for me to do my part. And I'd already got, you know, visions of going up the red carpet, you know, photographers, paparazzi, interviews and everything. And now it's like, you know, my dreams have been dashed.
The last big scene involves Ziyi's character Sophie about to get into major trouble with her boss.
Very nice.
I took the opportunity to impress the head writer with my Mandarin.
Beijing. Yeah.
Okay.
Shanghai.
That's enough. I think I can use your part.
Can you work with that?
Of course.
Good. If there's a part comes up, ring me. Ring me.
I know. Definitely, yeah.
觉得你跳上去，跳上去背这边。
So this guy here is the fight coordinator, and he's always working with Jet Li on Jet Li's films. That's a name drop there. He's always working with Jet Li. I might ask him to work on one of mine because I've got a few ideas for a film, for a feature.
You pounding him, you know.
It's not hard enough. This moment, she has this imagination. Really, she just want to kill him. No.
也可以，或者我觉得打头这样。
Action!
This scene is where she's mad with her boss because the boss has found a drawing on her desk. So in a fantasy world, she pulls him down and gives him a right bang, bang.
It was a grueling day for the cast of extras, but I was not going to let my energy drop, not while there was still a chance. As the hours slipped by, I thought it was all over, until suddenly Denny, the director, came to my rescue.
Jacket.
Okay. Thanks, darling. Woo, yeah, in your face. I've got a role. I'm in this one, I'm in the film, I'm in the film, da-da.
Sorry. Have you got? I've got to wear a jacket and a shirt for me.
For you? Okay.
Yeah.
better get this on quick before they change their mind and I lose my part. Yeah, I've got a roll. Let me shake your hand, man. All that training, all that hovering around.
I think we need to do a little bit of your eyebrows. Maybe we need to steam the shirt a bit also. You got that line going right through the middle.
And then don't we nipple off your cheek. Okay? Yeah?
Too big.
Too big, yeah, but not with my chest.
Breathe in.
It's never too big.
Seriously? You skip the writer?
But I can't wait around for you to write me a part. I've been buttering you up for 2 days and you give me nothing. Okay, coming through. Thank you. Coming through.
You need to mop.
A mop?
Bucket.
Behave yourself, mate. I'm a boss. I don't do that. I delegate. You mop that up.
As Denny gave me my motivation, I felt an actor's confidence surge through my veins.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Go nuts.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Go crazy.
How am I looking? Looking
You
good?
look really good. You look really good.
I'm getting into character.
That looks really good.
Really good. That's my office there, yeah. These are all my workers. They're all under me, yeah? So I've got to get into character. What are you doing on the phone? Yeah. Carry on doing what you're doing. Stop. What's my motivation?
The 400 walk.
Yeah. Apart from the money.
And then you wait a second, and then you go. We'll take it from the neck.
And action. You did great.
So, are we ready?
Yeah.
First team. Oh, 请演员.
First team, no, I said, what's the first team? First team, what's the first team? What do you mean? I'm in the second.
I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good.
Thank you. And it was all worth it. Watch this. As he goes off into the distance. Thank you, thank you.
Bravo!
Thank you.
The important thing was not to let my newfound fame go straight to my head.
Can't believe that. I mean, I'm not complaining, do you know what I mean? It's a part, it's a role. I was part of making movies, but I was like the second boss of stand-in. I thought I had a big part. I was a stand-in. I'm not even going to be in the movie. I bet when I was in the beggar scene in the snow.
Oh, you get ready.
Yeah, I know. And look at that. I got you the thingies. You told me to. There you go. Look, I like that one. Look, it's been kicked up the bum. I know you shouldn't laugh at things like that, but that's
we
great.
should dress like this.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
So now it's official. So thank you for all your help.
That's
And
great.
it'd be lovely to meet you. And I've just done my little part. I thought I was in it,
You did?
but I was second boss, not even first boss. I had to play the boss's boss's boss.
Hey, satisfied, okay?
I'm not complaining.
So you get your ear thing?
I've done everything. The ears, the legs, the massage. Look at those nails, honey. Look at them nails.
But no colors.
Yeah, not yet. I haven't made it big time yet.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
And take it. See, I love that one.
Saying goodbye was hard enough, leaving the glamour of the movies behind, but I felt the same about Telly. He really looked after me well. I'm definitely not acting when I say how much I love the Beijing that I've discovered. The traditional stands its ground against the modern, and both of them create something new, just like the movie, a great mix of hardcore Hollywood and superstar Beijing.
Thank you very much.